Today I'm sharing everything I nested on this wonderful Thursday as a first-time mom preparing for my baby girl. Hey there, domestic darlings. I'm so excited to talk to you today about what I have been nesting in my nesting journey. Of course, every day that I nested, I started off with my 1950s true crime cleaning routine. And this routine, if you're new here, is just one where it's a guided cleaning routine. You press play, we listen to a 1950s Dragnet true crime radio show episode, and then I guide you in timed increments through cleaning routines. So it starts with airing the beds, which is my solution to making the beds. You guys don't even have to make your bed every morning. In fact, if you're wanting to get rid of dust mites, improve your allergies, you can simply air your bed, get rid of all of the dust and grime that might have gotten in there, and just leave your pillows at the end of the bed. Think Mary Poppins, if any of you have seen that. When they made the kids' room clean, they aired the beds. So that's one of my favorite things to do. And then we moved on to laundry. I have set tasks for laundry, like I set loads. That's the word I'm looking for every day of the week. Thursdays is darks, and I even have these little guides, these guide tags that I put on my laundry baskets that tell you what wash settings to use, whether to use fabric softener or not, and that way I can delegate easily and it still gets done properly and easily. Then we unload the dishwasher every morning. And a pro tip that I always talk about in my radio shows is to fill the sink with warm soapy water before you make any meals, because then you can just throw those dishes right into there after you scrape them so that the grime stays soft and you can just stick it right into the dishwasher. There's just something so special, and I say this every episode, you guys, I know, but there's something so special about preparing your home for the baby, and especially this being my first baby. I'm actually recording this audio in hindsight. I'm recording this audio, future me, the baby's here, all those things, and man, I just wish I could go back to this, you guys. It was the feeling of knowing that our baby was going to be here. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get choked up. I'm sorry, you guys know I'm so cheesy, but it was just so magical. And this particular day, we had lots of laundry that needed to get sorted through in our master bedroom. And so I decided to just finally tackle that, catch up on laundry, put everything in the bins so that over the following week, I could get a handle on it. I had woven baskets that I used for laundry bins instead up here on this shelf. And then I finally just switched to these because I wanted to use the woven baskets for my daughter's armoire organization because we don't have a closet for her. Y'all, we are in a 1-bedroom, little tiny house. I mean, max, maybe it's 500 square feet, max. So I needed something that would work. We got a little armoire. I've got baskets in there. We're going to set that up today together, and I'm excited to show you because I know I can't possibly be the only one sharing a room with my baby instead of having its own cutesy, nursery setup. Instead, baby's in our room. Honestly, let's be real. That's how it was going to end up no matter what. This little girl was born, and I am so attached to her. I call her my Velcro baby, but let's be real, mom's the Velcro here. So Thursday's task every week is to do some dusting and dust the house. And I just decided, you know what, we're going to clean up this closet really well, or this armoire, get everything dusted. I had dusted it before we assembled it, but we're doing it again because I probably missed a spot. I am just not a perfectionist cleaner because I've learned that if I'm going to be perfectionist about it, it's never going to get done. And a half-assed job is better than no job done at all. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the founding rules of Domestic Daydreams, is to just get her done, y'all. So we're just going to dust. We're going to make this pretty. As you can see, after setting it up, it already has little bits and pieces in it. And we're going to make this happen, you guys. Okay, this part was super extra. I know. I just know. I need to switch this to a bin system because I started off with just hanging up all of her little clothes. I was so excited, you know. I just wanted to see them all on display and be able to open up the closet and look at all her little clothes and know that she was going to be here soon. I was just so excited. Oh my gosh, my baby bump looks so small here. I felt like a heifer. I really did. I felt like I couldn't breathe. The baby was up in my ribs. I was so miserable, but looking back, it's like, oh, so cute. Yeah, still remember well enough to know that I was miserable, but I definitely wasn't as big as I thought I was, you know? And I think that's the case for all of us. It just, we feel so crappy in this last trimester. I don't know about you. I will say first trimester was still the worst for me, but last trimester was pretty bad too, pretty uncomfy. Now I have a whole video on how to fold all these things if you want to be an organized girly, like those videos on TikTok, and you pull out the drawers. They show all their drawers with these perfect little folds that stand up on their own. I've got your back and I've got a whole video on that. But listen, you don't have to have perfectly folded clothes. Obviously, I did this at first because honestly, for me, it was for me. I wanted to see all the aesthetic beautifulness stacked up, but let's be real. Most likely you're going to switch to just a bin system and throw it all in. And I'm here to tell you guys that that is okay. It's okay. It's not going to hurt the baby to not have folded clothes. It's not going to hurt you to not have folded clothes. If you just need to do the laundry and throw it into baskets, that is a perfectly valid option, okay? I don't care what anyone says. Some of the perfect homemakers will criticize me for that. But again, what is our motto? A half-assed job is better, that's done, is better than a job never done. So, have some grace for yourself, y'all. You're pregnant or new moms, all right? Or have new babies. Maybe you're not a new mom, but you know what I'm saying. I did have these like little, so I put up a tension rod in this armoire, and then I got those little tags from like Ross that organize all the clothes by age. I have really liked these, and there will just always be some clothes, in my opinion, that end up hung up. Like, she got some beautiful dresses given to her at her baby shower / my baby shower, and it was just, those are just always going to be the kind of clothes that are hung up. Onesies in the future, they're going to go in a bin. I need to figure it out, how to make that happen, but they're going to go in a bin because I just, she won't let me put her down. I don't have time to fold onesies. They're so cute. Anyways, so I made a basket that's just for sleeping oriented things. So her receiving blankets, her burp cloths, which I guess technically that's not, but they match the receiving blankets, so they had to go in there. Her PJs and sleeping gowns, her like zipper sleep sacks, her swaddles, all of that stuff went into this basket because I wanted to be able to just send either her dad to one basket, one spot where he knows that the sleeping stuff is at bedtime, or be able to go myself. I put her like muslin swaddle blankets in here. I put just anything that I thought might come in handy at bedtime or nap time. And I will tell you that this was a good move, you guys. It was absolutely a good move, and it's still working for me to this day. This is still how it is, though perhaps a little bit messier, let's be honest. I also found one of these cute little bow holders at Ross. Loved that. I got a basket just for her little sockies, for her little like outfit accessories. And then I also did a basket, you'll see here in a little while, a basket for washcloths, because I wanted washcloths handy to use them all the time. In the mornings, I wipe out her neck, get rid of the neck cheese. The girls that know when you get some chunky babies, they get all the rolls, and some things end up in the rolls, and you got to get those clean. So we do that, every morning. And then, of course, bath nights. We were told not to bathe her every single night necessarily. It's not terrible to do, but it's just good for their skin sometimes to go a little bit longer. So we just do the little washcloth method. Then I had another basket for feeding supplies, any nursing supplies, bottles, bottle washers, all that jazz. I have, on a different day of nesting, I go through and I sterilize all of this and organize it. But until then, as we built up our stash and as we bought things, I had a basket for all of that. And to this day, like, her stuff for like prepping to feed her and all that jazz is in there that she's not using yet, you know, and then her bottles and stuff are still in there, but just in bags. So I do have a video on how to sterilize bottles and all of that nesting, like food supply stuff, coming up at some point. Made sure to mark off on my routine that I got the dusting done because something about a checklist makes me feel so accomplished. And then it was time for dinner. And on Wednesday, and you can watch that video, I meal prepped a bunch of meals that like were just dump meals and that I could stick in these bins and put on the shelf. I'm on a dump meal kick. It's got the recipe card in there so I can delegate to Dad, and he can be in charge of dinner, and it gets done. It's all organized for him. It tells him written in sharp and oh my goodness, dry erase marker there are the ingredients that are in the fridge that you need to grab for the recipe. It just makes it easy. In fact, I have a whole video on how I meal plan, and I'll link to that for you guys, okay? So this was a meal I hadn't tried before, and it's like Hormel's, like, it's like chili, and they're tamales and tortilla chips and cheese. It's not my absolute favorite meal. I think because of my husband and I both don't really like tamales that much, which is a crime against my culture. I know, because I am half Hispanic. You can make that technically more. My dad's side of the family goes back multiple generations. A lot of multiple generations to living in Mexico. So he's Mexico by nationality, but not necessarily by ethnicity. My mom was born in Texas, but she's Mexican and Hispanic by like ethnicity. So kind of funny there, but it depends on what you guys want to count. Anyways, I'm not the most massive fan of tamales. I'm so sorry. I know my tias right now are probably so mad, but it's just the truth. So this wasn't actually our favorite, but it does freeze really, really well. Okay, so definitely, give it a try if it's something that sounds good to you guys. So basically what I did here is I prepped all of my meals for the week, and since it's just us two, I can make it, but half of it is a freezer meal and half of it we eat for dinner that night. That way I could kind of do freezer meal prep slowly without having to stress. Of course, have to clean up dinner. Of course, have to put all of the dirty dishes that there may have been. This time, actually, there wasn't really any dirty dishes because it went straight into the casserole dish and cooked, which I loved. But my routine for the evening is always to load the dishwasher and start it before bed, because dishes and laundry are the things that build up the most in my house, and I don't know about you, but getting control of those works wonders. All right, that's it for today. Here's some related videos. Be sure to check them out.